welcome to another market update video with Bullionite. My name is Mukarram Mawjood. I'm the founder of Bullionite, and I'm here today to talk about the most recent events that happened in the market, especially the significant pullback that you witnessed in the gold market and in the silver market, and also some of the, I call it kind of misplaced optimism that happened in the stock market and how much the stock market went up recently. So let's dissect these events and see what caused them, what's going on, and what's happening really behind the scenes, okay? Now, a lot of people have asked me, when this pullback happened in gold, what was the reason for it, or why did the stock market run up so much quickly? I mean, it didn't really go up significantly, but what was the reason for it? Now, this whole thing for the last couple days happened simply because of the news of a possible vaccine from Russia for the coronavirus issue that's going on right now, right? Now, keep this in mind. It was a news about a vaccine. We don't know if it works. We don't know if it's real, right? The other thing is, when it comes to vaccines, you still have to go through what's called phase 3 trials before they really get implemented. And will everyone take them? Will everyone trust a Russian vaccine? There's a lot of questions to that, right? Which we can deal with more. But what did the markets do? And you have to understand this, because if you're in the market right now, or if you're in precious metals, or if you're in the stock market, it'll be affecting your account, right? So it's important to understand it. First thing, what happened was, you'll see the gold market and the silver market pulled back significantly, okay? And when the market pulled back, a lot of people asked me some questions. I got some emails, I got messages, my phone was ringing off the hook. What's going on? Here's how we can dissect that movement. First, understand that even before this news came out, the week before that, a few days before the news came out, we were looking at the markets and we were looking at the charts, and I had communicated to a lot of the individuals that we think there should be a price pullback in gold and silver. Why? Because number one, the daily and weekly charts were extremely overbought. In most cases, sometimes you'll get the daily chart being overbought, and then you'll see a little bit of a pullback, then it'll curl up and then go higher, right? But in this case, since for the last 2.5 months, gold has been going up, pretty much every week, right? And then silver broke out a few weeks ago. You'll understand that on the weekly chart as well, we got completely overbought on both gold and silver. Why did that happen? Very, very simple. Gold had gone up from around 1,800 to 2,050 plus, almost to 2,100. That's a big move in just maybe a month and a half or so, okay? Silver had gone up from $20 to almost $30 in about a couple weeks. That's a massive move. Think about that, right? 20 to almost 30, that's a 50% move in the price of silver in a few weeks. And I did a couple videos recently, and I welcome you to watch it, where we actually analyzed the movements of gold and silver, and we kind of broke down that we were looking at silver, and silver was trading in a frustrating range between 16 and 19 for a significant period of time, and then suddenly when it closed over 20, we knew that it could go up significantly, just like it did in 2008. When that massive bull market happened in silver, right? So this is expected. When you have a market, like in gold, go up like $200+, or silver go up $10 or 50% of its value in a couple weeks, that's a big deal. So you would expect a good, healthy pullback. The second thing to keep in mind is, in my opinion, I think of this as a godsend, like a gift, okay? Why do I say that? Because if you have been, like many people, wondering whether you should get involved in the gold market or whether you should get involved in the silver market, in whatever fashion or form, like whether it's physical precious metals, whether it's in the form of equities, or whatever it is that you wanted to take part in, and you were questioning how much the price has gone up. Even though I'm a big proponent of not looking at the numerical price of an asset and having an emotional reaction to it, doesn't make any sense. We rather look at overbought and oversold conditions. But the majority of people will follow their emotions, right? and they were thinking that the price of gold was too high or the price of silver has gone up too much. Well, guess what? Now it's had a nice, healthy pullback. What do you do now? Most people now ask me the opposite. Oh, do you think I should not get in because it's coming down? Or do you think I should stay away from it because it can keep going lower? That's when I know that the individuals who are thinking of participating in this market are not participating simply because of fear. It has nothing to do with the price. They have a fear of losing money, right? Now that's a completely different video, and I've done videos on that, and we'll continue to do more videos. So please join our channel, go to our website, have a look at all that. But that's what we're trying to change, and I'm trying to change. Like, you need to understand when you can make a decision quickly and in an educated manner to make the action of getting into that market, or to act to get into that market. Okay, so understand this. If a market goes up significantly and none of the fundamentals have changed, and it does a healthy pullback, no matter how much that pullback is, silver dropped like $4 in a couple of days, gold dropped like $150 in a couple of days, it's okay, because the fundamentals have not changed. What do I mean by the fundamentals? I covered this in the earlier video that I did, so please watch that, but I'll just quickly summarize that. None of the fundamental events that have surrounded the movement of gold much higher has not changed. Number one, we don't have any change in the printing of money, right? We've only agreed to print more money. That's one of the major reasons that gold has gone up, because of the amount of money that we're printing and the amount of debt that we're creating. Secondly, the disaster, or the economic disaster that has been caused by the condition, the virus, has not gone away. There's rumors of a vaccine, rumors of possible better testing, but it hasn't gone away. And then the US-China trade relations, they've continued to exist, the issues with that, and the tensions, and the presidential election hasn't gone away. So why would you think, if you loved gold a couple months ago, when all of these reasons were existing, why would you think it's not a good place to be in now when they haven't gone away, right? So that's how you analyze a market. If it goes up significantly, takes a profit-taking correction, but none of the fundamental events have changed, it is a godsend. It's a gift. So you want to get into that market, okay? The other thing that I wanted to go over in this video is the equity markets. The equity markets, obviously, on the news on the Russian vaccine, went up quite a bit on the same day and the next day, right? I want to make sure that individuals understand that this does not mean that the equity market is in a new bull cycle. I don't think so at all, okay? I think this is either misplaced optimism, okay, or just the feeling of you want something to go good or go right. So as soon as you see a little bit of positive news coming out, you want to buy stocks. Keep this in mind. The Dow, which is the largest index in the world, right? It goes right into its resistance zone, and it's been going back and forth between the 26,000, 27,000 level. Hasn't really done anything much. After that big drop in March, then that correction up right into a resistance zone. I analyzed this in my previous video. Please watch that, right? Secondly, keep in mind that the equity market is at the end of a 13-year bull run. And actually in March, with the market dropping more than 10,000 points in a month, actually became a bear market, right? So I would be very, very careful when you're looking at protecting your retirement accounts, or when you're looking at your stock accounts. If you feel like you want to buy into the equity markets just because of a rumor of a vaccine, or the event or the chance of developing a vaccine, be very careful, because the market could come down significantly, especially when we go into the winter months, because people are expecting a strong wave to come back with the coronavirus situation, and then with it being flu season, we could see a lot of volatility in the stock market, okay? So this is important that I wanted to discuss this, because sometimes certain things happen right in the middle of the week, and no matter how tired we are or how busy we are, my effort is to educate the viewers and my followers and everyone around with the best information possible. And that's why no matter what happens, we want to take the time and quickly do this video and go over some important points. Thank you for joining me and watching the video, and I hope you can learn quite a bit from this. Please subscribe and like our YouTube channel, and continue to visit our websites and watch our videos to get more and more educated about the markets. Happy and successful investing.
Content is for educational purposes only. This is not investment advice from Bullionite LLC. There is always risk for substantial losses in investing and or trading through any financial instrument with or without this or any other type of advertised product. Past performances are not indicative of future results. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk. Specific strategies or education presented by Bullionite LLC and its associates in this video are for educational purposes only.